All right, the meaning behind the song Evening in Karachi. So, this is one of the songs where the concept has really morphed over the years. Um, Originally, the song was titled Night Cafe when I wrote it 10 years ago or whatever it was. And it was one of the songs where I actually didn't want it to be about the lyrics. I liked the musical complexity, I wanted that to sort of shine through. And so, as a result, lyrics were very sparse, minimal. They just kind of overlaid some of the trippy jazz parts. I think there were like 8 lines in total, and it was just about capturing a contemplative feeling of like a bohemian artist sitting at a cafe in like Prague or something like that. I think I was like learning about that era or something, and that was originally what the concept was. When I revisited the song, in this project Fendi, I rewrote the lyrics and wanted to expand that concept past that. And so my father's side of the family comes from a place called Karachi. It's a Pakistan port city, and we have a family home there. And so we would travel there every 2 to 3 years, and there's a feeling that you get, visiting, I think, your history and where you come from. And it's a sort of sense of warmth and belonging and comfort. And so that was the feeling that I wanted to capture. So it started out in that direction, but quickly morphed into something completely different. I don't know how. And it turned out to be ultimately about a Karachi merchant who left the port city, sailed into the Indian Ocean with his crew, and then encounters a storm, which ultimately just wipes out him and his crew. And like the original iteration of the song, it captures a feeling, although this is a completely different feeling. It's a little darker. It's the feeling of essentially confronting the fear of death. And I wrote the song pretty close to the passing of some family members, and so it's just this, for me particularly, this lingering feeling on the edges of my mind that with each day just gets a little larger. And I'm sure everybody feels this way when you're 35, you know what I mean, when you start to realize that like there's a timer on it, and that's the feeling of the song. It's this whirlpool, this dark whirlpool at the end of it, that it's just drawing you in, and there's not much you can do about it, except there is. And that is emulated by, I think, the protagonist in the song, which is this individual, the captain of the ship, I guess. And towards the end, it's this stoicism and this courage and this belief that you have to have composure throughout life. And, that's how you compose yourself in the face of this fear, is what will ultimately make an impact on the people around you, in this case his crew. And as overused as it is, I think that's really the only way you face life. That's my TED Talk. But yeah, I think I really enjoyed this song. It's a great example of how I think compositionally you can start with like one idea and it just turns into like something completely different. So cheers.